Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square for 529 day, we have Caleb Silver. He's the editor-in-chief over at Investopedia. And we're going to take a look at how 529 plans can help you better plan for education expenses. Caleb, it's great to have you back with me.
Great to be here.
As always now, being one of these Americans, nearly 1 in 4 Americans is still paying student loan debt.
Oh, they're paying them, and they're going to pay even more because student loan debt is at a record high, about $1.4 trillion. And when you look at the cost of a private school, 1 year of private school college education is almost 50 grand. For public universities, that could be 20 grand. These costs keep going up, so 529 plans are a great way to get ahead of those costs.
Now, what are some of the type of 529 plans that are available, and who is eligible?
Well, more people are eligible than ever. Typically, a 529 plan, when it was started in 1996, was for your kids. Now it can be for your kids' kids, your nieces, your nephews, any beneficiary you designate within your family, even your spouse, even yourself. So 529 plans are available for everybody, and there are about 34 states that offer their own unique plans.
Let's talk about contributions. How much can go into them, and of course the distribution process?
Right, $15,000 a year is the limit for putting into your 529 plans. And when you take it out, as long as you take it out for qualified expenses, tuition, room and board, books, supplies, it's tax-free. If you take it out and don't use it for those purposes, you can get hit with a 10% penalty on that.
All right. Now, is it only for college?
No, now it is for colleges, it's for graduate schools, it's for beautician schools, but it's also for K through 12 in some states, where they're now allowing you to use that for private school K through 12, especially in some states around the country. Not all, but some states are offering that now. And there's legislation, the Secure Act, that may make it even more widely used if that passes.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. You know, trade schools are clearly in demand right now, or you're looking at more niche type of industries. But what are some of the benefits of investing in 529 plan? Why not just have a regular savings account?
Well, you could, but the distributions are tax-free if you do invest in a 529 plan, so that's a good place to do it. That's one really good reason to do it. Two, they're run by states individually, so you get a lot of choices on the kinds of investments you can choose within a 529 plan. You can stash it away in savings, but you can have more options in a 529 plan that may help you grow your account over time through compound interest.
So it's almost like a 401k plan for education expenses, because you can invest in different types of funds rather than just putting cash in a bank.
Absolutely, and you can choose the kind of investing style you want. You could go aggressive, you can go conservative, you can pick mutual funds, you can pick other types of products within a 529 plan.
Now, to wrap up here, $216 billion are already invested in 529 plans. That kind of sounds low to me, considering all the benefits that are available. Do you think this trend is going to increase?
Well, it already did increase year over year because of the new laws, the new legislation. So it's a lot easier for people to use it, and the uses of it are wider. But people need to be putting more into 529 plans, given the rising cost of college and the amount of student debt we're facing.
All right, Caleb, as always, thanks for joining us at MarketSite.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.